What's going on, y'all? I'm Czar, and in this video, we're going to go over my top 5 products that I saw at NAMM 2023. So I had low expectations for this year, mostly because of the size of the show last year. Plus, this year they did it in April, which was also when NAB was going on. And there was a lot of big companies that weren't there at NAMM, and some of those companies were at NAB. And obviously, you can't be at two places at once. So that's why I figured that this one would be smaller than it was last year, and it was. But despite that, I did have a good time. Shout out to Touchtone DSG and Studio 6 for hanging with me on day 2, and we had a really great time. All right, so let's get right into this, the top 5 products that I saw. Oh, I will say that this year versus other years that I can remember, this is the first year that I saw products that if I was able to buy it right then, I would have. So I will say that. I really feel like I saw some exciting stuff, as in the past hasn't been that much that has really impressed me. All right, so the fifth one is going to be the Heritage Audio Lang EQ. This is a 2-band EQ. Is kind of seen as a pull tech alternative. Though I haven't used one, the frequency points on it gives you more than what a pull tech does, which automatically makes me a fan of it, especially the low frequency cut at 200 hertz. And then in the low frequency, you have more frequencies that you can select than a pull tech. I got to mess with this a little bit in NAMM. They had it set up running through a mix, and from what I can hear, it sounded pretty good. This one was announced a little while ago, so it should be shipping soon, and I definitely look forward to getting my hands on it and checking it out. Number 4 is going to be the Roswell Aztec. Roswell now has a tube mic, and this is going to be based off their idea of a 251. It's not an exact clone of a 251, but their take on a 251. And as y'all know, I have the Mic Parts V251 Platinum, and to my understanding, this mic is supposed to be very similar to that. So this should be a great mic, tube mic that Roswell now offers, and definitely looking forward to seeing what everyone thinks of that. Number 3 is going to be the Carnaby 500. This is Craneborn's harmonic EQ. I got to try this out at their booth, and it sounds really good. Definitely looking forward to getting my hands on this one and maybe picking this one up as well. 3-band EQ. So with this harmonic EQ, as you boost or cut, you're adding harmonics to your signal. Even if you're cutting, you're removing that frequency, but still leaving the harmonics there. Really interesting concept. This one also has a limited edition version that looks really cool that you can pick up as a stereo pair. That's available too. Number 2 is going to be the Empirical Labs push compressor. This is Empirical Labs' first hardware product in 12 years, and it's basically, or I'm gonna say basically, kind of like a distressor and Mic E together in one in the 500 series. Obviously, you can't do everything you can do in a distressor in the 500 series, but it doesn't have nuke, but it has the saturation kind of borrowed from the Mic E, and it also has the attack mod borrowed from the Arouser Empirical Labs plugin. And if you're not familiar with the attack mod, it basically modifies the attack or the transient depending on the compression. So really cool feature there. All right, and number 1 is the Nectar. I hope I get this name right. It's the CS12, I believe is the product name. What this is a channel strip controller or plug-in controller from Nectar. Now, what this is going to allow you to do, it has transport control, it has a fader on it, you can do automation with it really easily, but my favorite feature on here is that it allows you to not only control your DAWs plugins, for example in Studio One, the Fat channel, you can fully control it with the knobs on there, but you can also control third-party plugins as well. When I saw that, I was like, shut up and take my money. So this is going to launch in August, or they're planning a launch for August, and it's going to support Logic at that time. And then 2 to 3 months after that, they're planning on supporting Studio One. Obviously, once it starts to support Studio One, I will take a much closer look at it. It's going to be $3.99, very fair price. And I don't know if it will replace my Fader Port 8. I feel like it, I don't know if those would live side by side because they both have faders. Of course, Fader Port 8 has 8 faders. This has 1. But having more plug-in control with knobs makes it a very appealing product in my opinion. So definitely let me know what y'all think about that. If you saw my like the short I did, not the short, but if you saw the previous video I did about my NAMM day 1 and day 2, it was featured in there as well. Actually, I think all of these products I mentioned were featured in that video. But definitely comment and let me know what you think of these products. Let me know if there's something at NAMM that you saw that you thought was really cool and interesting. You know, for me, y'all know I haven't been buying that much gear, but some of these products I feel like I definitely need to break out the wallet for, especially the Empirical Labs, the Craneborn, and the Nectar for sure. But definitely comment and let me know what y'all think about these products. All right, if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to see more content from me, then y'all know what to do. All right, I'll catch y'all next time.